What's up, everybody? It's your boy Flash from ALWT Gaming, aka MildwyCarrot. I am here with two of my fantastic, beautiful co-hosts, Bleedingaces, MildwyCarrot. How you guys doing today?
Doing good today. It's a good day.
Nice.
Good Monday. Definitely not Garfield Monday. Good Monday.
Heard that. So real quick, we have quite a few things. We have about 9 different topics to talk about today, maybe even a little bit more than that. But before we dive into that, what are some games you guys been playing? What have you guys been favoring lately?
For me, it's just been hours of Smite. Actually, I need to stop playing Smite and stop playing. Get back and finish up Control.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm kind of on board with things playing Smite because of the new Battle Pass for Avatar. If you haven't gotten it yet, you need to. You're behind. Malachi. I've also been on Monster Hunter a lot because of the Spice Fest just activated too, so I've been on there getting my tickets for that. Going to be farming that for more of them. So, yeah, that and then of course everyone's favorite Spider-Man. You know, been loving that game. It's now Spider Sundays. Apparently, is when I can get to it now. So, swing on in for a little view, and we'll then swing on out afterwards. So,
awesome. Yeah, I still have to get back to Last of Us Part 2, but Ghost of Tsushima has been tearing it up. That is a freaking-tastic game. I keep finding myself coming back to it. It's so beautiful. It's worth the buy. It's worth more than $60. It really is. It really is. And honestly, it's on the path of possibly dethroning Final Fantasy VII Remake for me, which is huge. That's huge. That's really huge.
Hold on. Rewind that. Wait, what?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, man. It is that good of a game, and it's like everything that I wanted in a samurai game. It's very similar to The Way of the Samurai for me, and I think that's one of the reasons why it just hits so hard for me. It's because it's just that good. It's such a great, beautiful game. Photo mode is awesome. It's a great game. It's worth the buy. So, if you guys are on the fence on it, don't be on the fence anymore. Be on the right side, which is the Tsushima side. All right, a few topics that we're going to talk about today. This past Thursday at noon, Xbox did it. They dropped their Xbox game event for Xbox Series X. They showed roughly about 22. Well, realistically, pre-show they showed, I think altogether they showed about 28 games. But during the actual conference, they showed about 22 games. If we're looking at this list, let me go ahead and pull this bad boy back up, because we have predictions going on here. We have predictions with me and Bleeding Aces, and let's see if our predictions were off or on.
Chances are.
Well, I think we had a few things right. If I can find it.
I have no idea what gambling was going on here. I was no way a part of it, nor do I condone it.
All right, I'm not seeing it there. So, let me go just pull it up on our Facebook, because I had it up there previously.
I could break. Where did it go?
I've got it up. What you need?
It was the Facebook. It was our predictions. I was just looking at our predictions list.
I have no idea.
I have it. Let me see here. Here we go. Okay, so MildwyCarrot said the day before. This is for our pre-show. MildwyCarrot said, "Are we seeing?" Well, the question was, "Are we seeing Lockhart tomorrow?" MildwyCarrot said no. Bleeding Aces said yes. So in that case, I was right. Bleeding Aces. So +1 Malachi, 0 Bleeding Aces. Are we seeing Halo Infinite? We both said yes. So +2 Malachi, +1 Bleeding Aces. How many games are we seeing? I said 20. You said 10. So that is +18, because I was off by 2. +18 for Malachi, and that is plus...
Negative.
No, well, not negative. +8. So we'll say +8 for Bleeding Aces. Will Banjo-Kazooie make an appearance? We both said yes. That's a -1 for both of us. How many new studio games will we be seeing? I said 12. You said 5. There was 5. So you were right on the money for that. I was -7. So, yeah. I mean, I didn't do the math in my head just now, but I think I won, but not by a whole lot.
Yeah, you won.
Go on.
But still,
you won.
But still,
Yeah,
regardless, I mean, we still had some. I mean, again, now of course we can always, of course, if there's any other gaming events that comes up, feel free to submit your guys' questions inside the ALWT email, which is atleastwetry.gaming@gmail.com, or you guys could just shoot us a DM on our Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, all that good stuff, Patreon.com, the whole nine. But we did see quite a few games, and just to go through the list here that actually showed up. There was Halo Infinite, State of Decay 3, Forza, Everwild, Tell Me Why, Ori, The Will of the Wisp, the Outer Worlds expansion, Grounded, Avowed, As Dusk Falls, Psychonauts 2, Destiny 2, Stalker 2, Dark Tide, Tetris Effect, The Gunk, The Medium, Phantasy Star Online 2, Crossfire, and Fable. Those were all the games that they showed off. So just on a brief overview, Aces. Now that you had time to marinate and think about it after we had talked on Friday, and same thing for me as far as my first impression on Thursday. Where are you standing at right now from what you had witnessed on Friday, and then Mildewy? Just by hearing these games, what is the first thing that comes to your mind about this event?
It was okay. I mean, I still probably stand around a 7. I mean, I didn't think it was like stand outish when you think about it. I had a couple games in there I was particularly thrilled about. Mm-hmm. I think my most thrilled about game probably was The Medium and Dark Tide, depending on how they do it. But it didn't show off. Oh yeah, also Grounded. They didn't show off much in the way of gameplay, which still is Xbox's problem. But we are in the middle of a pandemic, so I'll give them a bit of a pass on that. We'll give a little bit of a pass for that.
Okay. Yeah,
but next, we want to see more.
I have my thoughts about that, but I'll talk about that in a minute. MildwyCarrot, from that list that I just listed off, what were your thoughts?
I was definitely online watching it while you were doing your guys' reactions and all, so I was definitely tapping on the backside. I know I couldn't join you guys, sorry about that. But I definitely tapped in to see what was going on there. I'm definitely going to have to agree with Aces. They barely passed by the hair on your chin, Malachi. Like, it's that barely of a pass. Like, the first one where you did the reaction, like, oh my, I was crying with you with all the static and the lag.
Yes, my guy.
But then when we watched the secondary, with Aces and all, it was a lot better. The most I would say I was excited for is Halo. I originally started gaming on Nintendo, but then went into Xbox Series, so Halo is definitely one of my big ones. Halo 1, 2, and 3, 4, and all that. But I'm probably going to wait for it to come for PC. Definitely got to agree with Aces on The Medium. Looks really good. But I am also agreeing with them. Like, I'm very disappointed with the amount they showed. What they showed was, to me, felt like a good portion of teaser trailers. So, like, those things that they normally just launch randomly through the news and all on YouTube, and not to give you like a tease before the main event, then they give you the real main dish. So, but here at the main course, they're only serving you appetizers. Now Aces mentioned it probably could be because of the COVID situation, to where maybe they're not able to get a lot done. But if we look, the COVID situation was already started, way before this happened, and we look at PS5's event, they actually had a lot of good trailers. So I really feel like they left us lacking the want and need to buy and to get involved in the Xbox community again. So right now, because everything they mentioned was like, oh, you can also do Game Pass, I'm probably just going to wait for Game Pass and just get on PC.
Right. And I think that's what their ultimate... I'm pretty sure that's what the ultimate game plan is at this point. After watching this, after, again, doing some research on my own as far as, like, what is it exactly that Xbox's endgame angle is, I'm more convinced that the end game for them is just getting people inside the ecosystem of Xbox Game Pass. I don't even think they're even trying to push for people to get the console anymore, which, by the way, I did do research, and it is cheaper to get a console than actually build a PC. If you're trying to go out a gaming PC, I did research on it. It is cheaper.
Don't start this.
It is. We'll talk about that off air, but it is. It certainly is.
We'll talk about this offline.
Yeah.
We're gonna need to do this offline. You got two PC competent people here in Malachi. I gave him my old guts, so he only knows what I told him, and I don't think that's enough for him to get a good idea of what he's talking about.
I did research and we'll talk about it afterwards because I even sent it
we'll
to
talk about
myself.
this after.
That's after. That's after. Let's not bore the people.
But as I'm looking at this though, I'm just more convinced as far as again when it comes down to Xbox and PS4. I'm getting the console for PS5. I mean, that's exactly what I'm doing. For Xbox, I was kind of on the fence just to see what they were going to bring to the table. And right now, they've just been pushing Game Pass. And that's kind of how I felt. I felt like they kind of felt, as far as the console war goes, I feel like they were kind of defeated. And they were just like, that was one of the reasons why at the very end, they were just like, by the way, everything you just saw is available on Game Pass. So it's just like, okay, you talked about Game Pass since the beginning of the year. We get it. For its compatibility. If you have it on your Xbox, you can play it on your PC. If you have Xbox Game Pass, the whole nine. I think that's what they're doing. As far as the lack of gameplay, I don't really feel that. I didn't really feel like there's a lack of gameplay the first time I did. By all means, the first time I definitely did. But this time I didn't really feel like. I feel like they showed more, and I feel like I was satisfied with what they showed us, especially with considering that they're going to have 2 more events at least until the next gen console officially is about to be out. But yeah, that's just my thought about it. There really wasn't a whole lot that actually had me like up out of my seat that I really wanted to play besides Grounded. That was like the only other game. I feel like that they did show a few too many games that's currently out, like Destiny and Outer Worlds and stuff. Like I don't care about that. I want to see what new games are you bringing to the next gen consoles. I don't care about like same thing. And I said this before. For PlayStation 5, I did not like that they started off with GTA 5. Now, is it cool that you can play GTA 5 on your PS5? Yeah, by all means. That's awesome because especially for people that's had it ever since PS3 or whatever, that's awesome that you can do that. But that's not what I'm looking for. I'm not buying a PS5 just to play Grand Theft Auto 5. That's not what I'm doing. I want to see what other stuff are you going to be bringing to the table. Same thing for Xbox. They're bringing back Destiny 2, which is now free to play for everything pretty much. You have Ori, which has already been out. You have, what's it called? This friggin' Outer Worlds game, which they said it was an expansion by Obsidian. I think the only 2 impressive games was Everwild and literally Grounded. Those are the only 2 impressive games I was like super excited for, and I was a little more pretty interested inside Darktide. I want to see more gameplay for that. But that was pretty much the extent of it. I wasn't really too impressed by it, and yeah, that part I was just like, crap. Moving on to the next segment of our story because it is starting to storm, and I want to try to get this out before I lose power.
Nice.
Logic.
Strike me, Zeus.
Logic.
I'm playing Smite too much.
Former rapper Logic had actually announced his retirement from rap not too long ago, and now he is streaming on Twitch, and he's making 7 figures streaming on Twitch. I don't know what he's streaming, but I mean, go ahead.
I see this a lot. A lot of Twitch streamers get deals like that. It's dubious though. Recently, this happened with Dr. Disrespect. I see, where he was making millions, and then he got banned. They still ain't really explained as to why he got banned though. And I've seen this before on Twitch, where they'll give like these streamers big amounts of money in order to keep them.
Well, they did that with Ninja. They did
Ninja, Dr. Disrespect had a ton of money.
Yeah.
There's several other ones too. They'll make huge amounts, but you have to have a fan base for it.
Yeah, if you got the fan base and all for it, they'll definitely sign you on and all. But like Ace said, you got to be careful with it because like a couple of wrong slips and then you're out. So me being the person I am, I'd say congratulations. Keep doing what you do. But save that money just in case.
I mean, 7 figures. You don't really have to save it for real.
I always recommend saving. I'm a cautious person, unfortunately, as Malachi is going to test. Like, you're like, oh, let's go get this new game. I don't have the money for it. Sorry. Gotta save. Yeah. No, I was just gonna say, I don't know what he's doing. I haven't really tapped into that to see what he's doing on there. But I mean,
Yeah.
if he can make it, he can make it. Then power to him.
Yep. I agree. Wholeheartedly agree. Next topic, which I am very excited for, is Final Fantasy VII Remake is now in production. So
Now we're moving on to the next topic.
no, we're going to fixate here. So I'm going to really quickly read through the story of this article that I pulled. It says Final Fantasy VII Remake co-director Naoko Hamaguchi has confirmed that the next part of the reimagining of the PlayStation Classic has entered full development. Contrary to its name, Final Fantasy VII Remake is just the first part in a larger remake of a classic JRPG, with the story ending just after Cloud and company leave Midgar. Square Enix hasn't announced when it's planned to release the second part, but Hamaguchi's comment is in recent Famitsu interview shared by, I'm not going to try to say it, Ricky Tua, translated in Twitter.
Don't do it.
And translated
Stop.
make it clear that the team has moved past the planning and into development, so they have a story in motion, which is great. Additionally, the director Tetsuya Nomura, I can't say that, said in the same interview that he hopes to have the second part readily as soon as possible, while hinting that its announcement will make the rest in the release roadmap clear. I believe that this is a quote by him. I believe that the time we announce in the next title will be able to clarify more of our plans moving forward, Nomura added. Nomura also mentioned that he is aiming to improve the quality of the next installment in the series, which might be challenging considering on how good the first part is. In our 10/10 Final Fantasy VII Remake review, critic Tamura Hussein has explained what makes it good as its inspiration, saying, for returning fans, this isn't the Final Fantasy VII your mind remembers. It's one that your heart always knew it would be. So, yeah, hopefully we're getting information about that soon, because I cannot wait. Anybody else that, if you guys haven't played Final Fantasy VII Remake, it is a must buy. It is a fantastic game. Yeah, it's a fantastic game. You need to go buy it. You need to go play it. If you're on the edge about it, play the demo. It's in the PlayStation Store right now. If you're on PC, I think you guys may be getting it at some point next year.
It's a timed exclusive, from what I heard.
Well, I mean, it is, but I think you guys may be getting it next year. If not next year, it's definitely at least the year after that. But I think for the first year, it's on PS4. I wouldn't wait for PC. I would just get it now. It is a fantastic game. Get it. Let's see. So going on to the next segment, real quick question for you guys. Little brain teaser, if you will. Not really a brain teaser, just something to think about. Does open world style games need to have humor and comedy?
Depends on the game. Really, really has to do with what kind of game you're making. I mean, if you want to make an atmospheric horror game, you might not have that much comedy in there, or you might not have none at all. And if you make a game, let's say like The Outer Worlds or like Borderlands, yeah, you're gonna have a lot of comedy in there. So it really depends on the genre you're going into.
With the slew of games that's out right now, do you think we have too many games that's too serious, or do you think that there needs to be more comedy out there right now?
Some worlds, that are definitely a little bit more serious. That try to mix in a little bit of comedy here and there. Not like like what Asa said, where it's like Borderlands. That's more of like you're gonna go fight this giant 3-headed crab monster. Wait, what? It's not like where they do the stupid stuff in there. Versus like say Elder Scrolls, where it's like you've got like a very serious kind of landscape. Very almost realistic point to a point, at least with that. So I think there just needs to be balance in it, and if you can actually make a game where you balance serious aspects with some good comedy aspects, then power to you. One I can kind of think of that's slightly, it's not really true open world, it's more like small world sandbox, is Spider-Man. Okay. So if that one's got a good mixture of some serious aspects, and then his comedy. He's very lax type of character. So, but I still think it's got those serious elements with what happens in there. So I think that's got a decent mix, at least as far as I've been through the gameplay so far. So, but I do definitely agree with Ace's original statement. It really just depends upon what the person wants to build. do you want to build like a horrific landscape that's very realistic and serious and dark? Or do you want to build something that's, completely slap happy and comedy like a Saints Row or something, Or do you want to try and mix the two, So mixing them, I think, is a little bit harder because you have to find the good balance, but it can be done. Just someone's got to want to do it,
See, and the reason why I asked that question was because previously when I was watching one of the podcasts, there was a lot of people that were saying, like, for example, like Animal Crossing, that was brought up in the mix because they're like, we want to have more cutesy games and fun games and hilarious games and stuff like that because there's too many games out there that are too serious. Yeah, The Last of Us Part 2.
Taking the gritty approach.
Yeah, well, yeah, I was about to say, because you already had The Last of Us Part 2, which is super serious and stuff like that. Maybe a few funny things here and there, but it's just super serious. Same thing for Ghost of Tsushima, it's super serious. So they're like, we need to have a game that's a little bit more comedic and stuff. And after playing Ghost of Tsushima, I mean, like, I definitely see what they're talking about as far as the seriousness goes, but there's parts in there that I was cracking up at because I just like, they obviously threw some humor in there. So I'm not sure if they just overlooked that or if it wasn't funny to them or whatever the case is. But ultimately, though, I'm not really the goofy comedy type. I'm not.
With me. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Continue.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm not the goofy comedy type, and I ultimately though, I like stuff that's a little bit more serious as long as it has a good story to it. It can be silly, as Bleedingaces I mentioned, Borderlands. Like, I think the very first one was really funny. But at the same time, on the flip side of that, if you think of Saints Row, though it's a great game, I feel like on the third one they were forcing the comedy in there, and it really wasn't as. I like the first two better. It was a little bit more on the serious side. So it's just, I mean, to each their own, obviously, but it was just one of those questions I wanted to raise to see: does an open world need to have humor and comedy in it? And the slew of games that's currently out right now, Bleedingaces.
Actually, I didn't think about it, but yeah, some games do. Actually, one of my all-time favorite games. Anybody know this?
What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Flash here from ALWT Gaming, Part 2. Unfortunately, we did have to stop the other stream with featuring Bleedingaces and MildwyCarrot due to weather conditions. So I'm going to go ahead and continue the episode 8 of ALWT Things Gaming solo as far as they are currently now occupied. However, just the last part that we talked about, we touched base on a few different things. One was just, again, about the Xbox Series event that had taken place this past Thursday. It was about 22 different games that they showed off there. We talked very slightly, very little bit, just more of just a shout out, just saying Logic, the rapper, ended up streaming now, is making 7 figures streaming on Twitch, and he retired from rap. Final Fantasy VII Remake's in production. So definitely, me as a Final Fantasy fan, I am very excited about that. And then what we left off with was, does an open world style game need to have humor and comedy in it? So I am very curious to see what you guys think about that as well. Definitely leave a comment inside the chat. Give us a DM, send us an email what you think about that. The next thing that's up is actually Elden Ring. So Elden Ring is a game that I actually started kind of stumbling onto a little bit myself. I would like to see a little bit more from that. But it definitely, they announced it years, I think like a year ago, 2 years ago, something like that. And then that's it. You haven't really heard too much about that. I was hoping that we would see a little bit more about that at Xbox's event this past, Thursday. Unfortunately, we didn't. So we'll see what's going on there. Rocket League is actually going to be going free to play here really soon. So if you guys missed your chance on the Rocket League window, be sure to check it out. With that being said, here next Tuesday, well, earlier obviously, but next Tuesday is going to be the new slew of games for August. So if you guys haven't picked up your games recently for the games that's out right now for PlayStation Plus, is Control, is NBA 2K20, and is Rise of the Tomb Raider. So if you have yet to download it, you guys have roughly about 7-8 days left. Really 7 days, because I know at a certain time on Tuesdays when they do the cutoff. So I would just be safe, rather safe than sorry. Even if you don't download it, if you add it to your library, it's still yours to keep. So definitely make sure you guys are doing that. However, here relatively soon, Rocket League is going to be going free to play. So, and that point, I will try it out. I know it's free to play. It was a PlayStation Plus game years ago. Everyone was hyped out about it. I never jumped on that train, but maybe, who knows? I might go ahead and test it out. Even if I don't like it, at least I could test it out for you guys, for anyone that's watching the stream or anything like that. Dragon Age, for all my Dragon Age fans, we already got Dragon Age 1, we got Dragon Age 2, we got Dragon Age Inquisition. On a side note, definitely let us know inside the comment box below, or shoot us a text message, anything like that, email of what your favorite Dragon Age is, if any. However, Dragon Age is still being worked on and is still in production. So Mark Dara, who is the Dragon Age executive producer, said, he tweeted, "I realize that most of you are here for Dragon Age news, and there hasn't been a lot lately. Let me just run down some things I say. I don't know what I meant by that. 1, we are working on the next Dragon Age 2. Oh, we're working on the next Dragon Age. 2, yes, we are working from home. 3, working from home is harder, obviously. And 4, we are making progress." So, good news there for Dragon Age fans, myself included. We'll see what that's going to look like. But we'll just have to be patient. It's probably going to be a later release date, especially if they're having difficulties working from home, from what it sounds like. So, we'll see how that goes. So that kind of wraps up the news portion. I know Bleedingaces had some news going out there currently. We're actually going to skip this Friday's Featured Friday. But however, here's a quick look at last week's Feature Friday that would have taken place had not the Xbox event happened. Here it comes.
Okay, I'm just gonna sit.
All right.
No, let's just make it to the circle.
Shield.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. First thing I see. Oh wait, I can't pick this up.
I don't think I've ever had a full backpack full of nothing but shields and health.
Yeah.
We gotta immediately just book it as soon as we get in.
Alright, come to me.
Oh, that's mean.
Dang it.
Dude, they're getting shot at too.
So there's Abs. Definitely make sure you guys are following her on PlayStation. Abs3315. So 3315. That's her gamer tag on PlayStation, and she has a YouTube channel, and I believe she has a Twitch as well. So make sure you guys are reaching out to her, giving her a like, giving her a follow, give her love. And she likes doing challenges as well, especially when it comes down to Apex. No guns, pistols only, no armors, or whatever the case is. So that's some fun stuff there. Sin segment. Sorry, strength in numbers. Lately, and this is me speaking on behalf of me and Ohio, actually, we have been playing over the weekend. We've been playing a lot of Rogue Company. And here's actually a few. Well, you know what? We're not going to show that right now, because I watched our stream for that. So here we're going to actually stream soon our Twitch. We're going to be doing Twitch streams as far as us playing Rogue Company, and they'll be on YouTube as well. However, it's going to benefit more for Twitch, and here's the reason why. Because if you watch on Twitch, it's going to entice you to follow us. If you follow us on Twitch, you can be entered into a drawing to win your very own copy of Cyberpunk 2077. We're picking 4 winners. We're going to be picking the first of the month every month up until November. And so that means, 4 winners. So the first drawing for Cyberpunk 2027 from our followers list on Twitch is happening this Saturday. Something you guys want to be a part of. I'm telling you guys don't want to miss out. So then make sure you guys are following us on Twitch. And If you're selected to win that, you guys are going to get a code. And even if you don't want Cyberpunk 2077, I find that hard to believe. But even if you don't want Cyberpunk 2077, you can use that code to get another PlayStation game, Xbox game, whatever it is that you play on. Whether it's Ghost of Tsushima, which is a highly recommended, or any other game that your heart desires. You can get several different games for the price that we'll be sending out to you in the code. So be on the lookout for that. Let's see. Since I am riding solo, we're going to skip the hello, my name is Randy, even though I do have a few other ones. Sponsor shoutouts to what we do currently have right now. We don't have a sponsor, but I mean, anyone wants to be a sponsor for ALWT Gaming, by all means, our door is open. However, we are in ambassadorships with Rep Sports. So make sure you guys are trying to get that raised energy, which actually I have a full case that is almost gone of guava mango. It is delicious. Before that, my favorite one, almost all of them are good. The only one I didn't really feel too much on, which still was good, but I can do without it, was Voodoo. Baja Lime was pretty good. The sour gummy worms, that was fantastic. The Galaxy Starburst was really good. So it's kind of hard for me to choose it, but the torch went on over to sour gummy worms until guava mango came out. That one stole my taste buds. So by all means, right now, guava mango is top dog. My next one I'm going to try to get is going to be watermelon, and I'll see how that goes. But if you guys are interested to see how that tastes like, has 0 sugar on it. You guys can't go wrong with that. 0 sugar. If you guys are curious to see how that tastes, get that energy. Or even if you guys like workout powders, protein shakes, the whole 9, go to Rep Sports at checkout. Type in ALWT Gaming, get 15% off. So make sure you guys are checking that out. Good stuff there. And yeah, and games I'm currently playing, Ghost of Tsushima, Last of Us Part 2, which has been a few weeks, so I have to get back to that for you guys, for anyone that is currently watching Last of Us Part 2. One of the reasons why I decided to pump the brakes a little bit is because stream-wise, some people are not watching it, mainly because they don't want the spoilers. They're waiting to get the game. I don't know why they're waiting, but they're waiting to get the game. So I'm pumping the brakes just a little bit, so that way I'm not trying to be that platform of spoilers. But I'm not waiting forever, guys. So I'm going to jump right back to it. And anyone that's on the Xbox that's not planning on getting a PlayStation that does want to see how the Last of Us goes through, make sure you guys are checking out, again, following my YouTube, following my Twitch, which is actually going to be underneath the channel's Twitch. So ALWT Gaming for both Twitch and YouTube. And on YouTube, if you can't find it by ALWT Gaming, check it out by At Least We Tried Gaming. Cool. All right. And other games I am playing, like I said, Ghost of Tsushima, Rogue Company's a new one. And of course, I am focusing on Smite, so that way I can try to get down to that Battle Pass content for Avatar. Definitely would like to get more of that up in here. And yeah, and that's pretty much it. I mean, we'll have to see what's going on. Again, I have to do some more digging on you guys for gaming news that's coming up. But that is what we have going on right now. Is the Halo is the Xbox Series X event that previously happened. Final Fantasy VII Remake in production. Hopefully, I'm hoping for 2022. That's what I'm hoping for. Is that too early? We'll see. But I'm hoping April 2022. You guys mark it down. I said it here first. It is 7/27/20. I said it here first. April 2022. It's going down. Rocket League is going to be free to play here soon. Dragon Age is currently in production, being worked on. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, anyone that likes energy drinks, workout powders, anything like that, make sure you guys are going to repsports.com, ALWT at checkout. Get your ALWT Gaming at checkout. Get 50% off. So, as always, guys, it's been a pleasure. Again, I apologize that we had to cut the show somewhat short. However, I hope you guys enjoy your time here and be on the lookout for more of our streams. Tomorrow, we have our Sin segment, Strength in Numbers. There, we're going to be playing various games together. Wednesday is a free stream. Might be seeing some more Ghost of Tsushima. Might be seeing a little bit of Spider-Man from MildwyCarrot. Or you might even see some God of War from Gravity Mark. Who knows? Thursday is going to be our Smite Night, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Friday, This is actually going to be another featured Friday, but it's going to be more of a free streams, just because, again, we're going to skip that this week. And Saturday, free streams. Ghost of Tsushima, Spider-Man, the whole 9. Cool? Sunday's free stream too as well. So be on the lookout for that. Until next time, guys. Control Alt Complete.